I'm your host, Kylie Kelce, Michaela Schifrin's long-lost sister, super fan of Alyssa Liu, Amber Glenn, Layla Edwards, Breezy Johnson. Let's be real. Honestly, all of the badass women of Team USA. And my first child to greet me after being away for a week was Benny. Yeah, I'm as surprised as you are. That was literally the last child I thought that was going to greet me. Finn was second. Wyatt said, quote, "Oh, you're back." Yep, it was as humbling as it sounds. Finn didn't even realize that I had entered the house. And when she did, she immediately crawled over to me and snuggled her face into me. But it was Benny that beat her to the punch. Coming up on today's episode, we just celebrated Benny's birthday yesterday. So I'm going to get honest about that and the birthday season here in our house. After that, I'm going to be joined by one of my favorite actresses of all time and someone I've been wanting to talk to from the minute we started this podcast. Guys, it's Jennifer Garner. We got Jennifer Garner. I said that sentence and I meant it. Are you joking? Yes. I'm not joking, but yes, I am as shocked as you are. And so here we go. Before we get to all of that, let's check out our Real One comments of the week. First up, cool 78 minutes on this interview. Thanks, Queen Emma. Next comment, I sense a theme here at Velvet Stone Breaker 9874. Thankful for Queen Emma and this 1 hour and 2 minute runtime. Are you yoking me? That's so messed up. I was trying to be nice to Queen Emma, and more importantly, everybody knows I was trying to be nice to King Brad because we had multiple athletes in each episode. So I didn't want our athlete conversations to be chopped up too short. And they were so much fun to talk to. They were so good to talk to. And so I wanted to make sure that we did that. And also, I'm becoming a weak little baby, and I keep saying yes. I technically gave Queen Emma unlimited minutes for that second Milan episode. I'm not proud of what I did, but a little proud because it was a fun episode. So if you haven't watched it, you should, because it's the whole reason we went to Milan. Yeah, cheering on the athletes was so much fun, but let's be real. Getting to sit down in a one-to-one situation and ask them all the questions that I had, out-of-body experience. Queen Emma tried to say, all right, cool 60 it is, but she can 54 or less. That was so generous. Wow, I'm being sweet. Okay. Can I be honest? Like I mentioned, we just celebrated Benny's birthday. So today I'm going to get honest about that and birthdays in general with a 6, almost 5, 3, and almost 11-month-old. To celebrate Benny's birthday, we had Elsa deliver snow. You know, so when you're good, you're good. And apparently we nailed that. Because Benny was very excited about Elsa's delivery because it was a massive snow. We literally got hit with a blizzard. So I had to prepare the day before by getting groceries that applied to either option that could potentially happen, which was a chocolate cake, which is only one we get, and a funfetti cake, which is like a box cake mix. So I bought that, and I bought chocolate cake, and I said, which do you want? And she said chocolate cake. So we had chocolate cake, and we had a day of Benny gets to pick. So she picked watching Elsa in the morning. We watched Frozen 2. Then we went outside and we played in the Elsa delivery of snow, and that was it. Elliot, she was very excited to tell Benny happy birthday. And then she exclaimed, it's very exciting because that means my birthday is tomorrow. And believe it or not, her birthday is, you guessed it, not the day after Benny's. So that was a tough pill to swallow for Ellie. We had to discuss that her birthday is next week. She didn't like that. The girls have very much come to understand that when it's their sister's birthday. It is their sister's birthday. Because like I've said a million times before, they're not getting presents on their sister's birthday. It's not their day. Everybody gets cake, and that's exciting enough. Everyone talks about the terrible twos. I didn't find two to be terribly crazy with Benny. I think it's more that she's the third child and that we've been worked down. We've been worn down by her sisters. And so, we have some things that we need to work on. The age of 3 is going to come with losing passies, which for all of those people who are going to get in the comments and be like, by 3 years old, she should have already lost the passies. Hey, I'm going to need you to sit down. You actually came to the wrong place. And, we don't accept that type of bullshit around here. So I'm going to need you to just kick rocks. Not the place or the time or the person. Yeah. So we need to kick passies, and we also need to take no for an answer. Super simple. Those are our 2 things that we're going to work on as a 3-nager. I would love to say that Benny is going to be a 3-nager, but she already did the teenager thing at 2. So 3 will be a fun surprise. Every single age has been different for every kid, so it's hard to predict what's about to happen. I cannot believe that Benny is 3. That's that. You know what's fucked up? That's fucked up, because that makes me sad. And I don't like it. How about that? I've had enough of the growing up thing. And the messed up part is when your kids look at you and say, I'm growing up on you. And just twist the dagger that they've now thrust into your bag. It's fine. I'm fine. Mm-hmm. All right. That does it for Can I Be Honest? Next up, let's get to Doom Scroll the Week. First up on Doom Scroll the Week, I'm watching ESPN on Monday nights. And looks like I'm watching Sundays now too, because fuck yeah, we're getting women's sports Sundays. And I'm so here for this. Let's see the clip. It's Caitlin Clark in sunglasses dancing to a little techno. And it says, Women's Sports Sundays, a new hub spotlighting top matchups from the WNBA and National Women's Soccer League. They will launch Sundays in primetime in the summer. I love this so much. I love that ESPN is prioritizing women's sports. I love that they see that the, trajectory is upwards. Speaking of women's sports, the women of Team USA officially won 8 of 12 of our gold medals at the Winter Olympics. That means Team USA won a total of 12 gold medals, and 8 of them, that's right, 2/3 of them were women. How about that? Plus, oh my gosh. Oh gosh, I love this so much. Plus 21 of our 33, or 63.6% of total Team USA medals were won by women. Because women's sports, period. That's it. That's the whole sentence. This is the sixth, 6th consecutive Olympics where U.S. women have won more gold and total medals than, you guessed it, the men. And to that I say, it gives you something to laugh about. Interesting. Let's fucking go, ladies. Also, let's fucking go U.S. women's hockey. I'm so proud of you guys. We got to witness that in person. Magical. And then I got to run into them, what was it, a day later? And then I promptly went and sat with them as if I was going to join the team. This was fun. I'm glad we looked up the women's statistics, where we just want to make sure that everyone's aware of the women carrying Team USA on their backs. And to the giggles. Yuck. Also, I'm trying to get to the bottom of if our U.S. women's hockey team is really planning to go to Vegas, because if so, you can catch me in the fucking club. Okay. We're about to do a fuck around and find out episode in a Vegas club. That, and everybody on our team knows that's exactly where I want to be. You know what? Shout out to Flava Flav for his support of really the Olympics in general and Team USA, but especially leaning into his support of women in sports across. I mean, he's been doing it from like multiple Olympics now, not only supporting female athletes, but then also supporting sports that might not get as much visibility. I will say about the real ones that I am so proud to have the women and just really all around listeners, no matter who you are, you guys get it because you guys tag me in things where people are lifting up female athletes, lifting up women. The Olympics was no shortage of that. And I really appreciate people tagging me and drawing my attention to the clips and highlights that involve the women of Team USA, really all of Team USA, but especially the women of Team USA. I would also, we already gave a shout out to Corey for winning silver, but that's why I'm saying all of our athletes for Team USA. Obviously the women, they mean business, but Team USA, we're really proud of you. And it was nice to feel patriotic for a couple weeks, you know? Go USA. All right, that's it for Doom Scroll of the Week. Coming up, you're about to hear my conversation with the one and only Jennifer Garner. What? Yep. I'm finally back home after a week in Milan, going to sporting events every day and eating all the pasta in sight and focaccia. I miss it. But it's also nice to start to get back into my routine. And one thing that always helps me get back into the swing of things after being away is a nice workout on the Peloton app. Peloton can help you continue to start your year off right with their new Cross Training Tread Plus powered by Peloton IQ. The Cross Training Tread Plus is Peloton's most elevated equipment with real-time guidance and endless ways to move, alone or with your favorite instructors. My go-tos are Robin, Allie Love, and Alex Toussaint. And I've said it and I'll say it again. As a mom, my favorite part about Peloton is that it helps you achieve more in less time. Sometimes you only have 30 minutes. And by that, you can go in, search the app, find things that fit your time, and then you still get to do something for you. Gosh, it's so nice. Plus, Peloton IQ provides intelligent strength coaching. The new movement tracking camera allows Peloton IQ to count your reps and correct your form in real time. And with the new swivel screen, you can go from a hot girl walk on the tread to a stretch session off of it, all with one smooth spin of the screen. Let yourself run, lift, sculpt, push, and go. Explore the new Peloton Cross Training Tread Plus at onepeloton.com. As a parent, DoorDash always has been there for me when I needed it most. We all know life gets crazy. DoorDash just helps bring a little order to it. Valentine's Day, we had to order Valentine's because Mom of the Year remembered at the last minute that we had to take them to school. So there's that, but it doesn't even matter. DoorDash had me covered. We were not going to be the only ones at school without Valentine's because the idea of packing everyone up in the car just to get a box of Valentine's sounds like not fun at all. I don't want to do that. So we didn't. We DoorDashed it. Work, life, stress, and multitasking constantly is just the daily routine when you have kids. Being able to offload a few of those to-dos so you can get a little more time to focus on yourself and your family is huge. When life happens, DoorDash is there. Real life needs real relief. That's why DoorDash is there for whatever you need, whenever you need it. When the chaos of life hits, DoorDash will be there. We all know that when life gets crazy, DoorDash just helps bring a little order to it. I can confidently say you know and love her from 13 going on 30, Juno and Deadpool and Wolverine. She's also starring in the hit Apple TV series, The Last Thing He Told Me. Season 2 is out now. She's the co-founder of Once Upon a Farm, an excellent cook, a mom of 3, and now she's officially, not gonna lie, Jennifer Garner, welcome to the show.
Hi.
I'm so excited to have you.
I feel like we're oldies besties now.
I mean,
yeah.
yes.
We spent the morning together. Are we allowed to say that?
We did.
But we did.
And not only did we spend the morning together, but you were kind enough to welcome me into your home.
You're always welcome in my home.
And you cooked for me.
Of course.
Incredible.
Anytime.
Speaking of, this morning we did the cooking show. I think we can tell everybody.
Yeah, we did a nap time cook club.
And I'm so excited about it because I'm genuinely taking that recipe on to my home to make sure that I can marinate my meat during nap time.
I want to know, does it actually work?
I'm going to send you a picture of my bowls.
Okay.
You'll see what we're talking about. You have to tune in to see it.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's called a tease. You're welcome. Right now, I'd love to start with my all-time favorite movie of yours.
Okay.
It's 13 going on 30.
Oh, thank you.
I just rewatched it the other day, and I have to tell you, it made me cry.
Oh, yeah.
Because it is this lovely ode to like young women.
Yeah.
And you captured like that young spirit when you were in your 30-year-old version of yourself. And it really, it spoke to my soul.
I love that movie so much. We had the best time making that movie. We all loved our director so much, who sadly died, Gary Winnick, of brain cancer. If not, we would all have worked with Gary 10 times by now. He was so wonderful, and he had this whole feeling of play on the set, and it was such a big deal for Judy. It was such a big deal for me. It was such a big deal for Mark, and the three of us got along so well with everyone.
It really felt like the entire cast just fit their roles perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
It was so, oh my gosh, it's so much fun to watch.
You know what's weird? I haven't watched it since the premiere in full. I've seen, like, there have been times where I've had to talk about a certain scene or something, and so I've gone back and watched that scene. And I don't know why I haven't sat down to watch the whole thing. But, yeah.
Have your kids watched it?
Well, they went through some tortured years where they were turning 13 and it was showing up at birthday parties a lot or sleepovers. And the parents thought, oh, this will be a fun thing. And my kids were, first of all, mortified. Mm-hmm. Mortified. And second of all, so upset to see me sad, so upset to see me being in love or and also it's just so cringe.
Yeah.
So...
Got it.
They, I got a couple of calls from sleepovers like, I think I have a headache. And I'm like, sure. A headache? Yeah. You've never had a headache, but you need me to get
now,
you.
And
okay.
I want to come home.
That's that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do people still quote it to you?
Uh-huh.
What's the most common quote that people quote to you?
I mean, I say 30, flirty, and thriving.
Sure.
3 or 4 times a week in videos to people, because if you're turning 30 or you're turning 13
yes,
and you run into me, well, I'm going to do a video for a friend of yours. If somebody in your life is having one of those birthdays, I'm going to do that video.
See, my favorite quote is not that.
What is it?
That's because I have these incredible boobs to fill it out. I always thought that was like the most lovely reaction of just like, yeah, you know what you get between 13 and 30?
Boobs.
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 You can fill
they
out
were
this
very
great dress.
small, actually.
Can I tell you something? I loved that moment because I was just like, maybe that means one day I will get boobs to fill out a dress. They never came. I'm still waiting. But it was like, that was my best. I've tried my best.
You're pumping.
I know.
You've been pregnant,
I gave my best chance.
Yeah.
Naturally to get some boobs. And still we're waiting. We're just I'm so patient. I'm still waiting. So we'll see. Where does the character of Jenna rank on your characters that you played?
I mean, she's 1 or 2. She's right up there. Yeah. Yeah, because how magical. I just remember coming up with things in the moment and playing so much. There was so much joy in the creation of her and of that set in general. So yeah, she's up there. Jenna Rink, Sydney Bristow's, she might be number 1 just because she changed my life because people cared. It was the first thing I ever did that people really cared about. But more than that, she gave me this sense of self and confidence because I had never, I had such girl next door energy that I'd never had a swagger, and she made me have a swagger. And I think it's really important for young women to find, recognize, and know how to use their own swagger.
I love that. I have so many favorite scenes from the movie, but I think one people probably remember the most is you in the boobs dress.
Uh-huh.
Could you still do the dance, first of all?
Yeah.
You remember the moves.
I've had to look at the moves. I could do it if I had 15
I'm not going to
minutes.
ask you because I'm not.
Bless you.
First
Thank
of all,
you.
Wouldn't put you on the spot like that.
There was
Second,
a point in my life where everyone was like, I know what you can do when you get onto this talk show, do the Thriller dance, like for a very long time. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to. But then it does go away. And now it's been long enough that it's sweet again.
yes.
But yeah, I could give you your basic.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we had Caleb is a former guest and friend of the show,
Mm-hmm.
Caleb Heron, and his, not going to lie, was that he thinks that we should bring back flash mobs.
I love flash mobs. Did they go away?
I think for a little while they have. I think, I'm going to use your word for you, I think they're a
ahead.
little cringe. I think they're cringe. I think most people would say they're cringe. And by
Mhm.
people, I mean young people.
I think they are cringe for the youth.
Yes. The youths, if you
For
will.
the youths. But I tear up. I
love
mean, somebody pulls out a tuba and I got a tear. I get a little sparkle behind my eyes and it's a tear.
I love them.
Love it. Don't even start with like their little
Levels?
levels,
Mm.
little cherub kids up
Mhm.
high.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody has a violin.
Oof. Done.
Done.
Yeah, I think we should probably bring it back.
I had a
And
flash mob for me once.
Did
But
you?
this is the kind of flash mob that I believe in. There were no cameras. Nobody's ever seen it.
Yes.
It was at a restaurant. I have a couple of friends that do things for my birthday. And I don't know. I think they try to rattle me, frankly. And so
And did they
there
nail
we
it?
were having a lovely meal.
Yes.
And they pulled out a bad replica of that dress, the Thriller dress.
Not gonna lie, I lied to you. That's right. This, I said, was Milo. And it's not. It's Milo. So put some respect on his name. Also, I would just like to point out, he is our Paralympics mascot. This is his tail. Look at how cute he is. Look at him. Are you kidding? Let's get this podcast started. Benvenuti a Quelle Vere. Almost. How'd I do? I don't know. I got a thumbs up. That, of course, means welcome, real ones, in Italian. We think. Yes? Sure. I'm back for part 2 of our Winter Olympics Spectacular of Not Gonna Lie, a Wave original, and I'm here once again in studio in Milan with YouTube and NBC at the Milan Cortina Winter Olympics. I'm your host, Kylie Kelce. The best dish I've had since being in Milan is definitely Parmigiana, which is not what the Americans think, okay? It's this lovely, thinly sliced eggplant with a little bit of tomatoes and mozzarella cheese. Maybe some Parmigiana in there? Who knows? It was freaking delicious. They could have put a shoe in there and I would have eaten it. That shit was phenomenal. And also, spaghetti arrabbiata. Oh, I got a nod for that. Okay. I'd eat that every day of my life. My favorite experience from this trip so far has to be watching the women's ice hockey final when they won gold in overtime in person. That was bananas. God, it was so good. And our most feral child, that's right, Benny Boo Boo Bear. She's turning 3 years old tomorrow. Amazing. So happy birthday to Benny. And I wonder how 3's gonna go. We'll all find out together. But for now, time to lock back in on the Olympics action. Coming up on today's Winter Olympics Spectacular Part 2. I'm going to talk about all our experiences at the Winter Olympics, including last night's insane win of the women's gold medal ice hockey game. Then in Doom Scroll of the Week, a reporter fucked around. And skier Eileen Gu let him find out. And we love that. I can't wait to show that clip. After that, I'm going to be joined by not 1, not 2, but 3 Team USA greats. Fresh off of her gold medal run in slalom, icon Michaela Schifrin and figure skating royalty, Johnny Weir and Tara Lipinski. Yep, you guessed it. I'm not sure how I ended up in this chair, but we get to talk to all of them. Stick around. But before we get to all of that, let's start off with the real one comment of the week. Christopher Boyd, 331, said, Kylie, we see you turning around at the U.S. women's gold medal game. Awesome. For those of you who don't know, maybe you're just tuning in for the Olympics content. I have a habit of being superstitious. I can't help myself. Part of the reason why I stole one of those lovely pieces of wood the other day was because sometimes you have to knock on it and sometimes you have to sit backwards in your seat at a stadium. I don't make the rules. I just manifest them in my head and think that I'm helping. I turned around, I believe it was during the second period. And I want to be clear. This is partially a running joke and partially me answering my superstitious anxiety thoughts. Okay? So I know that the reason the U.S. women's hockey team succeeded was because they've trained their whole lives for this. But also, it did start going uphill in the second period. So, I'm not saying that Jason also put his hat on. I just think that there was like a lot of things that changed, including them taking control of the momentum of the game and throwing the puck a little bit less and moving as a unit. You know, there were things that happened on the ice and there were things that happened off the ice. And we did what we could do. This was definitely one of the best sporting events I've ever been to. It was, I mean, here's the deal. I've said it about the Eagles so many times at this point that I would love to go into something and just experience stress-free fandom. But apparently that's not the life I was meant to live because this was difficult and also fucking thrilling. It was incredible. And these women fought so hard. We have a clip here of our whole team freaking out after the game-winning goal. Let's see it. You'll see me have to like unfold myself. Yep. That I don't know. We should slow-mo me getting stuck on my own legs. I tried my best not to pee a little or cry a little. I tried my best. I can't tell you whether or not I was successful, but I tried my hardest and I loved every second of it. And this is what we came for. Congrats to Team USA. Big shout out to Cleveland Heights best athlete, gold medalist, Layla Edwards. What a great way to start the day of people seeing, not gonna lie, Layla Edwards and finishing the day with a gold medal around her neck. Okay, a few days ago, we called this segment Places Kylie Has Some Business Being with the more insanely cool things I get to do here in Milan, like see our hockey team win a gold medal. The more I realize it's got to go back to no business. Guys, who are we kidding? I don't know what I'm doing here, but we're doing cool shit. And that's what matters. In addition to men's and women's hockey, we also got to see 2 skating events. Both times I got to ask questions to the most qualified experts. First was figure skating with Nathan Chen sitting directly behind us. Jason was asking questions, and genuinely by the end of the short programs that we watched, Jason was calling what was and was not correct. And that's why it just goes to show you he's good at everything. It kind of, it's a pain in my ass. I said it. He's sitting right over there. I said it basically to his face. He's good at everything. It makes me mad. And then we got to talk about speed skating with Apollo Ono, which again, if you're gonna quiz people or try and learn about what you're watching, go to the greats. Okay? Nathan Chen, Apollo Ono, what's happening? I'm saying these words out loud. And I'm still not really believing them. All right, that's it for Places Kylie Has No Business Being. Next on Doom Scroll of the Week, Winter Olympics Edition, Part 2. First up, 5-time Olympic medal winning skier Eileen Gu was asked what I gently call this is the nicest way I could say that, an absurd question at the podium. And I feel it's my duty as someone with a series called Fuck Around and Find Out to share her response. Queen Emma, the clip, please.
Also, do you see these as 2 silvers gained or 2 golds lost?
I'm the most decorated female free skier in history. I think that's an answer in and of itself. How do I say this? Winning a medal at the Olympics is a life-changing experience for every athlete. Doing it 5 times is exponentially harder because every medal is equally hard for me, but everybody else's expectations rise, right? And so the 2 medals lost situation, to be quite frank with you, I think is kind of a ridiculous perspective to take. I'm showcasing my best skiing. I'm doing things that quite literally have never been done before. And so I think that is more than good enough. But thank you.
Okay, let me just break this down real quick. First of all, I hope he feels how far into his mouth he put his foot. Second, I cannot emphasize enough that her laughter at the beginning of this was him finding out. And I love that she laughed in his face. He deserved that. He did. It was a bad choice by him, and she let him feel it. Third, I think that her saying thank you at the end of it was the biggest fuck you that she could have said. She said thank you. She meant go fuck yourself. And I love that so much. I love that so much. And if we can't keep me, we're keeping me saying go fuck yourself. She said it, not me. I love this. Eileen, you nailed this. Congratulations, Eileen, on both handling this situation and your medals. Well done. You're welcome on the podcast anytime, by the way, if you want to help other people who might need to find out when they fuck around. So whenever you want. Next scroll is Team USA snowboarder Hannah Norman, who gave us an insider look at how you get to the top of the Olympics big air jump. And when I say you, I most definitely do not mean me. You'll see why. Queen Emma, the clip, please.
A lot of people wanted to know how we got to the top of the big air drop-in. So I'm here to answer it. I walked past it the other day, and there's those 2 elevators that I just panned to, and they just go all the way up to the top. I think the structure is something like 150 feet tall.